Hey, welcome. Today I'm going to show you how you can use the segment overlap report in GA4 to find out which are your best users across different devices. So to start, like always, we're going to go into the little left navigational section and we're going to jump on Explore, which will take us to this main menu where we can kind of go through the pre-made GA4 reports. We're going to scroll to the right and we're going to choose segment overlap. And we're going to start building our segment. Now, segment overlap is one of the easiest reports to build, and the power of it is that one, it shows you visually what's actually happening. When you're dealing with lots of numbers, some large, some small, and you're kind of trying different dimensions, it becomes difficult to see it purely on a metric basis. Where on a visual basis, it helps a lot. And secondly, it's the easiest way to build powerful audiences from the segment. So I'll build this segment now, but you're able to actually choose this little mini segment within this segment overlap where all three segments overlap, and you create an audience which you can then use for advertising purposes. Or likewise, you can just use one of these segments and build an audience off of that. To craft such an audience without a visual aid like this is really difficult and really complicated. This makes it super simple. So let's jump into it. Now, the default segment comparisons it gives you is mobile, tablet, and age 25 to 54 traffic. Now, we're going to get rid of this age 25 to 54 because it's not that valuable in that context. And what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down and we're going to add a segment called purchases. And the nice thing that all these e-commerce segments are already pre-built for us. So we're going to click purchases, we're going to save and apply. And when we're building a segment comparison, it can only allow us to compare three different segments at a time. So we're going to kind of pick and choose which ones we're going to have a look at. So immediately you can see I have mobile traffic, tablet traffic, and purchases. And you can see what a big proportion mobile traffic has compared to everything else and how small the purchases is in here. So if we kind of zoom in a little bit, this tiny little segment where it overlaps both in tablet traffic and mobile traffic contains purchases. But you can see the large majority of our actual purchases are coming from a third source, likely desktop traffic. So we're going to build that segment just to have a look at. And you can see it's not a segment which is immediately available to us on the left. So we're going to build it from scratch. And the easiest way to build it from scratch is to go into one of the current traffic sources. I can see mobile traffic. I'm going to click edit just so I can understand how it's actually built. And I can see it uses the segment category, device category, and then it obviously chooses mobile to match it against. So we're going to do exactly the same thing, but purely for desktop traffic. So we're going to go add segment. We're going to go user segment. We're going to call this desktop traffic in case it doesn't exist. And we're going to say device category. And now, of course, you can do this without doing what I did, having a look and editing and seeing how another one's built. But in case this is a good example. In case we don't know how it's built, it helps to kind of refer to a pre-built one so we can understand that. So we're going to say device category like this, and we're going to say add filter, and we're going to choose desktop. Now, there is Smart TV, but assuming Smart TV is a tiny segment, we're going to ignore that. And we're going to add desktop to here. We're going to click save, and it's going to now populate it on the left here. Now, what I need to do is because I can only compare three segments at a time, I need to switch out one of these. And I can see by metric level here, and even by visual analysis here, that tablets are a really small component of this. So I'm going to get rid of tablet traffic and stick in desktop traffic over there. And we're going to see how this picture changes. And you can see purchases are almost wholly contained in our desktop users. And why this is a powerful report or powerful analysis is if I were to look at the metrics on a numerical basis, opposed to a visual basis, it's quite hard to see what's very clear to me here, which is 99% of all our purchases are coming from desktop. And that's very important because when I'm looking at advertising, whether it be Facebook, Google, whatever it may be, I want to obviously prioritize desktop traffic because that's where they're coming from. Now, there is a case to say that most of my purchases are coming from on desktop, and that may be because my product is more suitable for desktop traffic, or it may be that I'm just doing a better job of advertising on desktop. It's not exactly clear. I mean, it's assumption either way, but because the mobile traffic and desktop traffic circles are pretty similar, with mobile probably being a little bit larger, I would assume that's not the case, and therefore I'd start shifting my traffic spend or ad spend closer to or more towards desktop traffic. Hope this helps you. Follow some more videos for some more tips.